So I want to weave an argument, a point between socializing fear and needs. And so I don't know, I've never done it before, haven't even thought it out loud or even thought it out. So I'm just gonna kind of improvise. So I don't know, socializing, let's start here. Essentially, the root of it is fear. We socialize, however polished and refined and high vibing, even our socializing is or seems to be. I am willing to bet, like, I don't know, £1, British pound, um, but not. Don't take me up on this. Literally, as I was saying, I'm thinking if ever someone sees this video and then goes, then I have to post it or I don't know. That's how my brain works sometimes. So anyway, but I'm willing to bet, or I bet that if you dug deeper, you wouldn't socialize, not in the way that you do. However, like I say, refined, polished, and free-spirited it seems to be. I mean, free-spirited, yes, but I suppose I still feel that if we remove that primal fear for our own safety, which is where the need bit comes in. So if we all imagine the world where literally you're safe no matter what, you will die at the old age, you will die peacefully, and up until that point, imagine that life, and up until that point, your life is safe. Your life is never in danger. Your physical health is okay, if not great, but you have no illnesses that are crippling or something. That's it. Imagine that life. So it's only about physical safety, which is the ultimate safety. Yes, I could even say, let's imagine that you don't even ever die, but that's, I don't know. Let's not. Just imagine that, one day when you feel, like you come to the end of your life or whatever. So there's no danger. There is nothing in the world of your own or on this planet that is threatening your life with danger. So if that was a reality, which is hardly for anyone, I don't think it's for anyone on this planet, but imagine it for a moment. I don't think we'd ever socialize. We would not be enemies to each other. I mean, that's the kind of point of the danger. But basically, we would... I just realized I maybe wasn't looking at the actual camera. Oh well, I'm not deleting it. So if you think of it like that, do you not find it just, I don't know, well, I do. Like, if you arrive at anything in your life and you realize that you're doing it out of fear, and the fear is not real, so let's say you socialize, there is no real fear, like, at least, well, not that you can prove or that you can, I don't know, be certain about that it really exists, but it's the fear of abandonment, of being ostracized, excommunicated, expelled from the community or whatever. And yeah, if you didn't have any of that, I reckon your connections and your socializing would be very different. And I don't know, I'm not sure what it would look like. So there is that, but there is also a piece about needs, which kind of got me to think about this, but then I clicked record and I'm not sure anymore if need is relevant. But where I went with this was to think about what is the difference between need and want. And I thought need trumps want, because you need to have your needs met, and only then wants can be entertained healthily, let's say. Not to mention that, this is why the other video I did on the topic, how do you know what's a need, what's a want. because really you don't. We so much of our wants is masked as our needs, and the other way around. But all our needs essentially survivalist, the deepest ones, and the kind of, so we playing survival so that we don't, we literally physically survive. So that includes, not provoking violence that can threaten our existence. And and as for those needs to be seen, to be heard, I think they're not needs. I think they're wants, because I really think they're not needs. Although, like I say, in the language today, as it's spoken on social media, let's say, you know, you need to be seen. I feel seen. It's so important to be seen. And, I certainly feel the same. But yeah, I'm questioning in the sense that I don't know if it's a want. Or rather, I don't know if it's a need. It's a want. Meaning we can, and I think that's the point of life, that we actually are meant to, when we arrive as we evolve, we are meant to find meaning and deep satisfaction, not needing to be seen or heard. We may be seen and heard, but not needing to. So what I'm wrapping up here with is that I'm talking as if the only ultimate need we ever have is that for safety. Physical, because emotional safety, like in a relationships that are abusive, as long as they're not physically abusive, and that's both fine lines, so often they're both, obviously. So again, the fear of physical safety keeps you in a relationship that's emotionally abusive, and then therefore your need to not have a emotionally abusive relationship is a legitimate one. But that's your want. Your need is to survive. That's your need. So, and you're not leaving because you fear your physical survival. So then you wrapped up two things in one, where really you want to have but you don't need it. You need to be safe physically, and you fear. So as a consequence of that, you get all kinds of kind of crap, which, like I say, you end up calling needs, but they're wants. So back to my socializing and fear, I think this need for safety is at the root of all our fear. And that's why we socialize, because in numbers we are, what's the expression? The safety in numbers. Talking of safety, right? So the more people like us, the more people find us agreeable, the more people we belong to in terms of groups or whatever, the safer we feel. It's all about safety. Sadly, I find that just tragic. I find it tragic. So barbaric as well. Not that anyone is a barbarian, whatever, but it's so a Neanderthal. It's so primal. It's so animal-like, and yet I'm rife with it. So, don't you get me wrong, I'm not, putting myself, but it's just I find it's something I think about daily, hourly. I wish everyone else did. That's the thing. And if we did, I think we'd find. Am I going this the other whatever anyway? That's how we'd start to appeal for ourselves and then for everyone else, and therefore one day maybe, I suppose I would love to live in the world, to be alive with this body and mind and memory, to witness the world where there is no fear. I don't think I will, but okay, one can keep wishing. I'll be hopeful. That works for me.